Alright guys, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. We are here today for episode 9 of our F1 2021 My Team and Cyborg Racing. In the last video, if you guys haven't seen that, link up here. Go watch that and then come back. We were at the Red Bull Ring in Austria, and after starting at the back of the grid with a crappy qualifying, we managed to make our way into the points, and somehow we didn't get driver of the day. I don't know how that happened. Pierre Gasly ended up getting it. He did pretty well. He finished better than us. However, we did claim 2 points. So in terms of driver standings, that puts us in 5th, and we're tied with Daniel Ricciardo in the McLaren, and just behind Charles Leclerc in the Ferrari, and that puts us in 6th in the driver or constructors championship standings, behind Aston Martin. So this week we do have a big aero upgrade coming. Given that these parts come through, hopefully they do, otherwise I'm going to be pretty upset. We do have a powertrain department meeting that we're going to get to, and as usual, if you guys want to skip to the race, just look at the timeline down below and you can fast forward to qualifying in the race if you don't want to see the team management stuff. However, let's get into this powertrain department meeting. So we want to test an initiative to improve staff morale by reducing work hours slightly, giving them more scheduled time in the day to unwind and make use of the gym facilities. We probably trial this in a single department first, but how does that sound? So we're going to lose 750 resource points, but the powertrain morale is going to go up 20%. And I don't know how I feel about losing 750 resource points. That is a lot. I think I'm gonna go and say no, because the 750 resource points, that is a hefty fine to let them use a gym. They can use the gym after their shift. All right,
Thanks.
looking at our R&D now, we have, you guys can't see it because my camera's blocking it, we have 1,535 R&D points to use. I'm not sure if we'll be able to upgrade our chassis, because yeah, our department capacity's reached. They're still working on the engine cover distribution, so maybe I should upgrade the chassis facility so that more people can work on that. But we could get an upgrade for our DRS system, so that's 651 resource points. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and would you look at that, our department capacity has been reached. So maybe it is time to look at our durability and our powertrain, because we can't really upgrade anything else. So we're gonna go with this recommended upgrade for the improved materials in the MGUK, just so the departments aren't sitting around and doing nothing. So let's go ahead and do that, and that will be ready before the Hungarian Grand Prix. So the only thing it looks like we can upgrade is our spark plugs, which is 389 R&D points. So I'm gonna go ahead and upgrade that. So we do have $2.38 million now, so I think we do have enough to upgrade our fabrication process in the chassis department. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, just so it doesn't take as much time, because we still have a few days before Silverstone. However, I'm gonna get right into the race. All the R&D and team management is done, so we're gonna head over to qualifying right now. Alright guys, so we just finished qualifying, or not qualifying, we just finished the practice sessions, and as you can see on the screen right now, we hit a level 10 acclaim level. So in the next video, we will be able to sign our secondary sponsor, add some more sponsors to the car, and to our suits, I guess, our outfits, whatever you want to call them. I can also tell that those aerodynamic upgrades did do quite a bit. I noticed a bit of a change going into the corners and a little bit more speed going down the straights with those redesigned brake ducts, just giving us less drag. So hopefully we are able to do well. We put up the 14th fastest lap in P3, and I think that's the best I was able to do, honestly. So we'll see how we do here in qualifying. Hopefully not as bad as qualifying in the last video, but let's get right into qualifying, guys. So we're here at Silverstone, the 2021 British Grand Prix, and we're heading into the first few turns here as these two cars are kind of getting ahead of us now. And not the greatest first sector, however, we are at the back of the grid again. Now we are in P21. Hopefully with these corners we are able to gain more time. And I don't like how this is going right now. We will see by the end of qualifying if we are able to not finish at the back of the grid. Hopefully not. This is my least favorite turn here on the track. Very tricky. And the only way I'm able to get through it successfully is if I go down a gear. I feel like you're supposed to be somewhat flat out there. But not for the Cyborg racing car. As we are now in P21. And Lewis Hamilton is way up there in front of us. We are in P20. So we'll be on the second last row right now. Hopefully by the end of this we will not be there. We kind of fly off the track. And that is an invalid lap, but we're just going to keep this. We fly off the track again. We are P19. Not my greatest lap here at Silverstone. I was practicing in silence for quite a bit. But, you know, I got to talk during the lap, so that might distract me just a little bit, but I don't think we would have done much better if it was a dead silent lap. So
let's have a quick look at those who will be fronting the grid. Hamilton, Bottas, and Max Verstappen. With qualifying complete, all that remains is the main event. We'll be live and uninterrupted for the Grand Prix tomorrow, so make sure you join us then.
So we will be starting in P19 behind our teammate Giuliano Alesi, and we literally finished 0.4 of a second behind him. 0.4 of a second. Holy crap. So if we had some better corners, there was two of them where I flew off the track, we probably would have been P18, but that's what happens here in Formula 1, and let's get right into the race, guys.
Continue this form and aim for another top 10 finish.
Taking a quick look at the race strategy, we're going to be 11 laps on the softs and then 15 laps on the mediums. It is going to be cloudy for most of the day, so track temperatures might be a little lower than usual. And towards the end of the race, it will get partly sunny with a little bit of clouds. We're not going to be changing any race strategy here. This looks fine to me, so let's get right into the race here. Alright, so behind Schumacher and Alesi, and lights out, and away we go. I'm going to activate that ERS, see if we can overtake Schumacher. We get a pretty great start. We got to be careful here that we don't run into the back of any cars. We're going to have to brake early here, just to avoid any collisions. We were behind Giovinazzi and Esteban Ocon, heading into the first DRS zone. DRS has not been activated yet. However, we could see if we can overtake these guys. I'm going to activate that ERS, see if we can go for a double overtake here. Ooh, this is going to be tight. I'm going to see if I can kind of cut in. Oh my god, and I think we had a little bit of a collision there. Okay, well, that right there, I just saw the hand come up, and I think we did hit Giovinazzi. Let me make sure there's no damage to the car. Okay, so no damage to the car. I think we just have some general wear on the engine. That's why it's a little bit yellow. However, we do overtake, I believe that was Esteban Ocon and Antonio Giovinazzi to put ourselves in P13, starting P19 on the grid. And we are not having a great sector here. We might get overtaken just because that sector was so bad on the first lap, and Giovinazzi's right on our tail. I think he's going to try and overtake us here. He's going to go to the outside. I'm going to stick to the inside. We are able to keep Giovinazzi behind us. He is just 0.3 of a second behind us. We have Lance Stroll, fellow Canadian in the Aston Martin. He's 2.1 seconds ahead of us. As we finish the first lap here, we're now on lap 2. We do have a little bit of space now, so hopefully we can put up a bit of a better lap time. And the little pack ahead of us has not been able to spread out. So hopefully there is a bit of traffic and we are able to catch up on these.
Reducing our overall capacity. The more charge you hold, the faster that capacity will drop.
As I was saying, the packed up ahead hasn't seemed to separate too much. So hopefully there's traffic, and with that traffic we are able to kind of reduce the gap between myself and Lance Stroll. Hopefully we have a better few turns here. I don't know what the sector is called. I'm so sorry that I don't know the terminology for this. I don't know who that is. Esteban Ocon just flew right by us. And this little sector here, or section, is costing us a lot of time as we dropped to P14. In the last video, we were at the back of the grid and there were 2 safety cars that literally saved our ass, and it was managed to put us into the point. So DRS is being enabled this lap, which means as long as we can stay behind Esteban Ocon, we will be able to use DRS on him and activate the ERS, hopefully overtake him. And then again, given that we have a better Sector 2, we should be able to create a little bit of a gap. And the drivers ahead of us are now kind of starting to pull away from us. And oh my god, I'm going to be honest, the car doesn't feel as good as it did during the practice sessions. I don't know if they changed something. I don't know why it does that, to be honest, but... So after a few laps, Esteban Ocon has kind of been able to pull away from us. We don't have the power to keep up with him on the corners, and Yuki Tsunoda as well in the AlphaTauri has kind of just pulled up behind us, and I gotta let him pass. That is the exact spot where Esteban Ocon managed to overtake me in the first few laps. So we were kind of just stuck here in P15. I got DRS on Yuki Tsunoda, but I don't think it's gonna do very much down this long straight. So we're going to see if we can catch up to Yuki Tsunoda, possibly. I don't know if we have the power, though. So there has been a yellow flag here on the second DRS zone. I don't know if there's going to be a safety car or anything like that. A lot of debris I just saw flying around. And Yuki Tsunoda has to go into the pit so that... he might have collided with Lance Stroll. I'm not 100% sure what happened there. But Yuki Tsunoda goes into the pits and Lance Stroll is a little slow, so that puts us in P13. And Jeff just confirms that we will not be getting any sort of safety car. I'm not going to complain though, we just gained 2 places because of an unfortunate incident on the track. We've got Kimi Räikkönen right behind us. He is 0.6 of a second, 0.7 of a second behind us. I'm going to activate that ERS, so he is in DRS range and he's catching up to us fairly quickly. I do suspect that Kimi Räikkönen will be able to overtake us before the DRS, and there he goes. Another lost spot in that same turn. And Kimi Räikkönen's still right on our rear. We got the green flag, so no safety car still. We are 45% on the front left. Like, we're gonna really have to go into the pits. Hopefully we're able to survive by the end of this lap. Hopefully the other drivers as well are kind of suffering from the same tire wear. And okay, yeah, Kimi Räikkönen literally just hit our rear. I wonder if he damaged his front wing on that. Okay, there goes Kimi Räikkönen. He's gonna pass us. I'm gonna go behind him. Why is he going slow? Did he just hit our front wing? Come on, man. So, Kimi Räikkönen just... oh my god, I don't know if he brake checked us or something, but he was going so slow around that turn. And now we have a damaged front wing. We're gonna have to pit this lap and replace the front wing. For crying Crying out loud, man. That is ridiculous. Nikita Mazepin, he is in front of us right now. I need to overtake him before we get into the pit lane. So I'm going to go to the inside here, see if I can kind of squeeze him out. That might have not been legal. FIA doesn't care, though. So we head into the pit lane, and we got to replace our front wing. Oh, my God. As you can see on the bottom right, our tire wear is at 52% and 44% for the front left and right tire, respectively, and 35, 31% for the rears. So we are going to lose a few seconds here. I doubt Nikita Mazepin has to change his front wing. But we have a... What is this? This is a very fast pit time. That was very quick. 6.1 seconds. On online multiplayer, it usually takes close to 10. They are really slow. But we do get a fresh front wing, and we're coming up behind George Russell in P20. And we got to finish the race on this compound, as Jeff just told us. Hopefully, we don't have another collision with another driver. And we need to overtake this little group of cars in front of us. Giuliano Alessi, I don't even see him. He is up ahead, possibly in the points. Hopefully he's able to hold that position, or he might not have even pitted, so he's going to have to give that spot up. So Silverstone, at the moment, not the greatest showing for us. A little bit of an unfortunate event colliding with Kimi Räikkönen. Maybe he was mad that I kind of overtook him. Oh my God.
Giuliano is going in for his stop.
Alright, so Giuliano's going in for his stop. So George Russell in front of us in the Williams. He is in P21. We are at the back of the grid right now. So after claiming a few spots to get us into P13, we collide with Kimi Räikkönen, forcing us to pit, which we were going to pit that lap anyways, but that front wing caused a lot of people to overtake us that probably shouldn't have in the span of one lap. And there goes Nicholas Latifi. He is coming out of the pits, and he comes out in front of us. However, I'm going to take the inside. We need to keep him behind us. I definitely don't want him overtaking us. And we do get DRS. Nicholas Latifi, however, has the slipstream, and he's kind of able to just piggyback behind us. So we are now in P21, no longer in P22. There's a big traffic jam with George Russell, Nikita Mazepin, Antonio Giovinazzi. We keep flying off the track on that freaking turn. I do not know how to do that turn. Silverstone, I'm gonna be quite honest, not my greatest track. It is a very difficult track. If this was narrow, it would be impossible for me. George Russell, 1 second ahead now. We were in DRS range. But this traffic jam of, I see at least 6 cars, I believe, or 5 cars, has allowed us to kind of catch up again and rejoin this race. Hopefully we can claim a few positions back. We're not going to be in the points or anything remotely close to that, I doubt, unless there's some sort of safety car miracle. However, we need to claim as many positions as possible just for bragging rights over these other teams. We are in DRS range, however, all the other teams are in DRS range as well. We're going to be picking up that slipstream off the cars ahead of us. So after a lap of chasing down this traffic jam, we have managed to come back. We're now wheel to wheel with George Russell, and I'm kind of being forced to the outside. I need to give him space. I need to work on that, but we do manage to overtake him. No props from Jeff, so maybe a sloppy overtake. However, the tires have seemed to warmed up a little bit, and we're getting much better grip than we did on the first 2 laps on these tires. Maybe just my driving's that bad, I don't know, but the car feels like I'm able to control it a little better than a few laps ago. And we now have Nikita Mazepin in front of us. I believe George Russell has DRS. Yes, he does. I do not have DRS because I am not within a second gap of Nikita Mazepin, and I just took someone out of the race. Oh my god. Oh my god, what did I do? I'm gonna put the broadcast camera up so you guys saw what I did. I don't know what happened. I kind of flew off the race line and then I came back in and I hit him. However, I haven't suffered a penalty or anything, which is kind of odd. So Nikita Mazepin in the Haas is ahead of us. George Russell looks like he was able to get back onto the track. And maybe not the cleanest racing from Cyborg Racing. I feel like Williams is going to be very upset. They might go crying to the FIA and give us a time penalty, but we'll see by the end of the race what happens. I'm pretty sure the time penalties in this game are issued like immediately. They're not, I guess, postponed or reviewed like that in real life. So we haven't gotten a time penalty. We are now just under a second, well, now over a second, of Nikita Mazepin. So hopefully we are able to keep this pace up and keep ourselves 1 second under the car in front of us so we can get DRS, come the next DRS zone, and possibly go for an overtake or at least catch up to the pact. Oh my god. Why do I hate this sector so much? I'm so bad at it, but we do get DRS. I'm going to activate that ERS as well. Even though Nikita Mazepin has DRS, hopefully we're able to kind of reduce the gap going into the final few turns of lap 16. We got 10 laps to go. We are about 15% wear on these medium compound tires. We are now right on Nikita Mazepin's rear. So I think that's Mick Schumacher in front of Antonio Giovinazzi in this little pack of 4 that we got going here. We head into turn 3, I think that is. I need to work on naming the turns. I love how every single track does have an actual name for the turn. It's not just like numbered. That is pretty cool. However, that is a lot of names for me to memorize. And it's not like I'm racing on these tracks every day. So it might be a little bit hard for me to do that, but I will try my best. I know there's one straight called Wellington Straight. I think it's the first one. Please don't hate me. I'm a Drive to Survive bandwagon fan. So my Formula 1 terminology is not all there. If you guys are Drive to Survive bandwagon fans as well, you might as well just hit that subscribe button. This is the perfect channel for you. We'll activate the DRS, the ERS, and see if we can really reduce this gap. Lewis Hamilton is out of the session again. And Antonio Giovinazzi and Mick Schumacher, they are wheel to wheel with each other right now as me and Nikita Mazepin are kind of trying to catch up to that. And I think Antonio Giovinazzi is going to be out-muscled here. I'm going to go to the inside. Oh my god, we almost slid right into Nikita Mazepin. I'm so sorry. This race has not been the cleanest for Cyborg Racing. However, Antonio Giovinazzi is able to overtake Mick Schumacher. Hopefully this Alfa Romeo doesn't have beef with me as well. So Jeff just informed us as well that we have an issue and there's a yellow flag up ahead. Is that going to be a safety car? I think that is Lewis Hamilton, who, I don't know what happened to him. So we have an issue with the engine. Jeff has got to keep me updated on what is going on. Let me take a look. We have an 83% turbocharger wear, and Nikita Mazepin is just able to overtake us again. I think we are losing power. We're gonna activate the ERS and the DRS, and I'm kind of just waiting for Jeff's kind of update on what's going on with the car. Maybe we haven't lost power. So I just asked Jeff for a vehicle condition update, and he didn't say anything. This is the second time this has happened, so I think this is a glitch in the game. But whenever there's an issue with the car, or the engine maybe specifically, Jeff kind of just goes mute. And I tried rewinding it, like rewinding, doing a flashback, but Jeff doesn't want to talk at all. Jeff, man, what's going on? So there goes Nicholas Latifi passing us. I don't know what's happening with the car. I don't think our lap has been that crap where Nicholas Latifi can overtake us.
No need to worry about tire condition for now. Everything's looking good.
No, I said vehicle condition, Def, not tire condition. As you can see there, we have quite a bit of wear on all the components of our car. Maybe we do need to replace them. Oh my god, this has to be the worst race, besides Monaco, of course, that we have had. And George Russell is behind us, but he is 43 seconds behind us. We are a second behind Nicholas Latifi in the DRS zone. Okay, so after a few laps, we have been given the blue flag for Valtteri Bottas, who was in P1 after Lewis Hamilton did not finish the race. He spun out or something. We have to let Valtteri Bottas pass us, and this is probably the worst race that we've had. Honestly, debatably worse than Monaco. Oh man, just because like Monaco was raining, I don't know, something was up with the car and we could literally not race, but here we've been able to race. We did have an engine issue maybe around lap 18 or something like that. Jeff never gave us an update on what's going on, but we were losing like 2 seconds a lap on Nikita Mazepin and Latifi, who were in front of us, and I can't even get through the sector anymore. The tires are just absolutely gone. We have the two Red Bulls, Max Verstappen, Sergio Perez, and maybe Daniel Ricciardo or Lando Norris in the... I gotta let these cars pass, so... Oh man, there goes 1, 2, 3 cars overlapping us. So it's Daniel Ricciardo who overlapped us, along with the two Red Bulls, as we have 2 laps here to go. And I'm just gonna fast forward to the last lap here. So actually this is the last lap, I think, because we got overlapped. So I believe lap 25 is gonna be our final lap. I wasn't expecting that, but we also had to let Lando Norris and Charles Leclerc pass us, and that is our race done, guys. Oh my god, that was bad. That was really bad. I'm sorry for I cut the last lap short because I was basically just quiet racing, and I just realized at the very end that lap 25 would be our final lap because we did get overlapped. I completely forgot about that. But not the best showing for Cyborg Racing. Another crappy finish. Hopefully Giuliano was able to at least, you know, finish better than like P15. Okay, he did not finish better than P15. Giuliano Alessi, he finished P15. We finished P20. George Russell, who I think we took out of the race, oh my god, and Lewis Hamilton are the 2 drivers that we finished ahead of. But that is just awful, man. That is so bad. Hopefully in the next video, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna replace some of the engine parts. And we didn't get any bonus cash from our secondary sponsor because we didn't have any press conferences. Oh man, we got 95,000, 933,000. That's tough for Cyborg Racing, man. We have worn components on the car. However, we will get into this in the next video, guys. I'm gonna end it there. This is gonna be the ups and downs of Cyborg Racing. we're still bottom feeder team at the end of the day. And yeah, I mean, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys watched up to this point, make sure you hit the subscribe button, make sure you like the video, hit that notification bell, and I'll see you guys in the next video. All right, peace out.